Drake.
Hi, Drake.
What's up, Karen?
First off, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Almost.
Second, outside of winning on Sunday, for you personally, what are you hoping to get out of this final game as you prep for the postseason?
Yeah, I think it's a great time to work in practice and work in the game on catching a groove and continue to try to get better and try to catch a stride coming into the playoffs and feel like we're playing our best football. So that's one of the best feelings about getting another week of practice, getting another game action of you'll get reps that they're going to help us down the road and get live action and not feel like you kind of a week off of getting the game action. So looking forward to getting out there and slinging it around a little bit and playing.
I know you and Will are close off the field as well. What's it like to see him back at practice after having been injured?
Yeah, it's awesome to see Big Willie back out there. I'm glad. I just want to appreciate Velo for what he did. Credit to Velo stepping in, stepping up. Not blinking at all. Just trusting his work, his preparation, and Velo did a great job for us. And you never know what happens with Velo. Probably maybe gonna need him again. So that's just the next man up, and those guys up front have done a great job all year of stepping up, and when they're in there, blocking their butts off. And looking forward to having Big Willie back out there, and looking forward to seeing him get back to doing what he does best.
Chason told us that some teammates asked if you get into a flow state when you kind of play the way you did against the Jets. We didn't get the answer to it. So can you tell us what it is like for you when you kind of do get into a rhythm in games and go a quarter or two where you kind of just don't make any mistakes?
Yeah, I think it feeds off play calling. It feeds off play calling and our guys executing. That's the biggest thing. I just try to find the open guy that I look at first, and whichever the first one that I feel like is open, I try to let it rip. But no, I think it's a cool feeling to get out there and kind of catching a groove and being in a stride. And like I said, just try to protect the football and give our guys a chance to make a play.
Drake, you mentioned it feeds off play calling, which is Josh, obviously.
Yep.
And it seems like you two have like a counterbalance with each other that's sort of a cool synergy. When did you first meet him? What do you remember about that?
Yeah, I first met him on a FaceTime call. He was in the office, obviously, like he always is, probably watching film or something. But no, I think it just builds off trust, just building trust over time throughout training camp, throughout OTAs, with me trusting what he's feeling, what he's thinking. Hey, if you think this guy's coming, get out of it, or little things like that. He does a great job of preparing me during the week. Him and Ashton during the week of finding answers and hey, if they do this, or we may expect them to do this, do that, and little things that go a long way in preparation. And it all starts with practice. He really takes practice very seriously, and I think that's one of the greatest things about him. He cares so much about practice and getting practice right.
Do you remember where you were?
Where was I?
What were you thinking?
I think it was just after I got engaged. So who knows what I was thinking? Just looking forward to meeting him, and was just thankful to get a chance, the opportunity to play for him. Obviously, heard about him and saw all the the old Patriot tapes and the old videos, and obviously his what he's done here as a coordinator before. So I was just looking forward to working with him, and it's obviously has come true of what I've thought.
What would you say the biggest thing is you've learned about yourself this season?
Learned about myself? Oh, that's a great question. Biggest thing I learned about myself, just keep working, just keep going at it. I think whether good things happen to me and all I have this year, or times of adversity, just keep going. Keep trusting what I've my preparation, my practice habits, what I see on tape. Trusting myself and my ability, and just keep going and trust the guys around you.
Any thoughts as a captain and a teammate as to what's going on off the field with Christian and Stafford?
Yeah, I think just the best thing Coach Rabel always says, let those guys speak for themselves. I'm going to support them any way I can, support my teammates and love those guys, and those two, really everybody. I really got a good relationship with, and feel like whatever they need from me, I'm here for them. And like I said, those guys, for them to speak on it.
Drake, you know them very well, much better than us. Can you just shed some light onto who they are as people, Christian and Stefan?
Yeah, Steph, man, he means a lot to this team. He's breaking the huddle down before practice today. He's chirping at me on the sideline to give him the rock. He's pumping up the young guys when they make big plays. He's blocking downfield. He's he gives off the persona of one of those guys that you just want to be teammates with. And I think that's one of the best things about him that I've kind of learned is how awesome it is to be his teammate and be there with him, and then be more just. I love talking crap with B More. He's he's passionate about football, passionate about the game. He's one of those guys in the locker room that you want to want to have rushing the passer. He loves quarterbacks too, especially his own. But he loves getting after him. But really, I think those guys, personally, I think they just care about one another. They care about each other, and they care about this football team. That's the biggest thing.
Is there a message you've shared with your teammates since this stuff has come public?
No. I think Coach Vrabel hit it on the head. Just let those guys speak for themselves, and I think that's the biggest thing we can do now. And know those guys are great players for us.
Going into the last week of the regular season, any thoughts on being at least on the short list when it comes to potential MVP?
Yeah, I think just honor. I've told everybody's said some things in the locker room. It's us. It's not just me. It's us in the locker room. It's really a team. It's really a team deal. I think they say it's a player, but I think wins help that. So obviously there's been some great seasons around the league from a lot of players, and it's an honor. But also at the same time we got work to do.
If there's any criticism, I guess, about this team so far this season, it's been the schedule you guys have faced. I'm just curious your thoughts on that, and people saying that it's been a weak schedule so far this season.
Yeah. We play in the National Football League. Every team's got great players. They get paid a lot of money. So it's not like we're playing Foxborough High School down the road. We play on our schedule, and we can't control that. And just trying to go out there and win. And a lot of these teams that we do play are good, and they're in the National Football League for a reason.
That third touchdown you did with Stephon Diggs, a lot of people were comparing it to a similar play Josh McDaniels had done in the past with Danny Amendola. It was a 2-point conversion in Super Bowl 51.
Yeah.
Did you watch film on that? Was that a point of emphasis when you guys were working on that play at all? Had you seen that film?
I had seen it. I think it was a tied up. Was it a tied up maybe? Yeah. Tied up at 28, but just try to dress it up in new ways. I think Coach does a great job of pulling plays from he's had success with in the past, but I think we threw one Steph similar earlier on in the season out of a different formation. So great job by Hunter and Hoop, and a great call by Coach.
One more thing on the MVP conversation. It's you and Matthew Stafford, as a lot of people are saying that. Have you ever spent any time with Matt? Have you talked to him at all? Have you connected with him over here?
I haven't. Obviously, I saw him play, here last year, and he was fun to watch. I just watched him on tape a lot. Some crossover games, and man, he's special with the football. The way he throws it, and how he fits it in tight windows. He's no looking. He's got some swagger. So I'm a big fan of his game, and I know I played him last year, and you talked to him briefly after the game, but I probably should have went up before the game. I've been a big fan for a long time of his, and just talk about natural throwers and any platform, any angle. It's at a really high level, and it's been fun watching him.
Thanks.